My name is Anna Hart. I'm the principal of Finland International School Racecourse. Here next to me we've got the owner trustee, Mr. Shashank Goenka, and COO and founding principal, Mr. Nikke Keskinen, and just joining us right now,
hello,
our advisor, Fatima Aga. Welcome.
Good evening. Good evening. Yeah.
Yes, so sir, first you introduce.
Basically, I'm the trustee and the owner of Finland International School. So this is the third school we are starting, and then more schools to come in the future. And yes, we are launching. We are opening doors for admissions now. And welcome to all of you.
Yeah, ma'am.
Whatever good to see you. Can you close? Sharp.
So excited about what Shashank has actually spoken about. It's passion, it's bringing in a new age of learning. Very excited about it, considering that the last 20 years have been invested in this industry. It's kind of like bringing in an all-rounder, which we need right now. And I think that's the passion that we are supporting as far as Shashank's vision is concerned, bringing in all elements.
Sir, you introduce yourself and what is your step of?
So my name is Nikke Keskinen. I'm COO of Mr. Shashank's company, the background company for the school, and also the founding principal of Finland International School Racecourse. This is the fourth country, personally for me, outside Finland, that I'm working for establishing school or heading it. And if you ask me one thing, what makes us unique, let's say globally, is that we are bringing Finnish education, Finnish pre-primary and primary education curriculum, merging with international baccalaureate, IB, middle years program, diploma program, and careers program also in the future. So we are really establishing something new and unique in Mumbai.
So
I just wanted to add what Fatima said is, so the entire passion is mine and everything, but it is not achievable without Fatima here. So, and she is required, and then only the entire holistic and the overall development of the school, what we are wanting to achieve, will be achieved.
Okay. And what is the future and what is the criteria?
So future is
Finland.
Yeah. So basically, future of Finland education is very simple. Is that this is the third school we are doing. We are looking at more and more students, but not at the cost of quality. So like a lot of people do franchising, we are looking at management alliances, where the entire quality of the education the school is imparting is in the control, in our control, and not the franchisor. Because when it is a franchise, people start cutting corners and looking to get profits out of it. This is mainly to, we are doing this for quality education, so that the next generation or whoever is studying in our school will be happy of what they have learned and take things ahead, and obviously it will help the country as well, but not at the cost of quality.
What is the philosophy of FIS?
So, philosophy, I would say, I think Anna would better explain.
Yes, please.
We want to make sure that the children are the number one in our schools. So Finnish approach is renowned for the child-centered or learner-centered approach, where well-being of each individual child is at the center. We focus on personalized learning paths, so each child can get the support they require to make the most and thrive in the 21st century. Skill development and understanding of concepts are key in our education. I also want to add to what Nikke was saying, that yes, the alignment of the international baccalaureate framework with the Finnish approach is very important, but equally the National Education Policy 2020 is a big like at the bottom of what we are doing here. So we are very happy to kind of revolutionize the landscape of educational setting here. In Mumbai, setting example, new benchmark to what education is about. And actually also globally, we want to be the ones setting example.
How does FIS teaching method differ from traditional school?
Interesting. Essentially, I think what Anna actually spoke about was about learning by doing, which is very different from our traditional approach, which is standardized curriculum. You know, we have frameworks for it. Whether it's home economics, whether it's textiles, whether it's arts and craft, whether it's woodworks, you're getting an opportunity to actually build on your skills, which is very different from traditional schools, quite frankly. आप कौन से स्कूल से थे?
I'm from SSC.
SSC, ना? तो मैं भी तो ICSE से. We didn't have those opportunities. This is actually allowing children to learn by doing, which is very different from our SUPW.
And if I can add to that, the academic subjects are very important, but equally experiential learning. Again, we really want to emphasize each child has their inner passion. We want to bring that up with home economics. We've got woodcraft, we've got textile craft, robotics, all built in our curriculum. So it's all hands-on, but it's also very rigorous at the same time.
So imagine your child actually picking up a subject and learning because he wants to learn that. And that's Shashank's vision, right? That if he wants to figure out how to build a tower, someone should support him. And that is actually essentially what Finnish education is.
And multidisciplinary approach to learning is then one answer to the question compared to, let's say, traditional teaching and maybe learning, and then how we want to do it. So multidisciplinary learning is blending all the subjects. So subjects kind of don't come first, but the learning go through subjects.
So practical knowledge.
Yeah,
Practical knowledge.
Practical.
Oh, acha, what is the temperature today in Mumbai?
35.
35. Highest temperature?
34, 35.
35. Highest ever?
Highest 57. Yeah, not in Mumbai. Na. In Mumbai it would be 37.
39 maximum.
Maximum.
I think recently newspaper में आया था the highest temperature was 39 point something in the past 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah,
In Mumbai.
exactly. So we want the children to know why.
Right.
And what can we do? I mean, we know why now. What can we do? And that's really the team working
So
behind
if
it.
you see this entire this building, we did not construct an entire new building, right? We took a 70-year-old building and refurbished it. We're taking care of the environment right from the start. If you will see, none of the interiors has false ceilings, because to get that false ceiling in the amount of carbon footprint it will have, that is going to make a difference.
And environmental stewardship is one of our values as well. And that we want to make sure that it shows in what we are doing,
Yeah.
and also we're expecting the children to be setting the example elsewhere. So it's about also building a concept which is acknowledging the ever-changing world. We've got global citizens growing up here with us. We want to make sure that they're culturally sensitive, but also aware of the impact of their own actions.
And when I recruit teachers, I finalize the set of discussion with the question, who is ultimately responsible for learning? Is it teacher, parent, or student? Most of the teachers are answering, it's me, teacher, I'm responsible for learning. I don't think that's the right question. It should be the student, ultimately. So we need to teach them, make them learn the skills that they need in the future.
Yes.
Absolutely.
quite frankly, been in this industry for 20 years. I think thanks to Shashank, we have the Finnish way, finally, which talks about all-rounder, which talks about life skills, which talks about learning in a way that will help you, to do whatever you want to do. And you don't have to go to Columbia or a Harvard or an Oxford. But I think what the Finnish education is providing us with is an opportunity to recognize who we really are and what we really want to be.
I think maybe again I will add to what Nikke mentioned, that he's worked in many countries before, and I think I've learned about the Finnish approach when I've been abroad. So I've also worked in the UK and in Qatar, in United Arab Emirates, in addition to Finland and now India as well. And something that I really want the children to learn is to think for themselves, not just accept something that's been told as this is what it is. So we want to make sure that we also encouraging them to be thinkers, and that aligns very beautifully with the International Baccalaureate framework.
What support services are available for students well begin at FIS?
What supports services? We have appointed counsellor as well as special education needs teacher. Additionally, we ensure that we've got small groups where the children are working in, and also co-teaching, so there will be more than one teacher in the room with the students, so that we can truly support each individual with their personalized learning plans.
Also, what happens is when we plan the lesson plans, we have a differentiation. So we recognize the child's talent, we recognize the child's ability, and therefore we customize. So it's kind of very, very personalized.
And if there would be any kind of learning support need, or maybe psychosocial need also regarding your growth, we don't want to send the child to someone. So that's why individual class teachers, subject teacher and teacher teams, their own skills also to recognize those support needs early and act and work preventively. It's very important. We don't want to send a child, go to counselor, go to psychologist. We want to work them. They come to the children, they come to the classroom.
And also the teachers get the support. So the teachers are working closely together in order to develop further. And that is one of the big things. You need to be able to support the teachers in their work as well. Not just in the beginning of each term, but weekly and daily in fact.
So, one of the other things is when we talk about all-rounders, Shashank, talk about the association that we have with FCI.
So actually the thing is that when you're talking about holistic development of the child, right? So in general in the schools which we have in India and everything, it's basically extracurricular activities, right? In this school there is nothing called extracurricular activities, is part of the curriculum. So now all the sports that are there, it is part of your curriculum, part of your study and learning environment. So for that you require a sports complex. So instead of making an entire sports complex, we have a tab with NSCI where all the children will be using NSCI facilities. They will be going from school to NSCI and learn the sports and the different activities which we have planned for them. And this is not at any extra fees or anything, it is included in the fees. So you don't have to go anywhere else. It's basically been given everything in one location.
And sometimes parents ask that when are they having fun, because the school day is seen like boring, and then there are extracurricular activities after the school day. That doesn't make much sense from the students and child's perspective. So the school day is holistic, like Shashank said. It has to have the joy and the happiness and the willingness to learn from morning till the afternoon.
So there's swimming, there's
Badminton, there's football,
yeah.
there's tennis and cricket obviously, which is there,
Of
and
course.
swimming and swimming is actually compulsory. So if you see there is, once you see the campus as well, so we have a small tank where toddlers learn swimming. It is a compulsory lesson for the toddlers because it is a life-saving skill, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
If there is floods in Bombay, you need to know how to swim. Some point or the other, and I think all of us faced it during the 2611, yeah, the flood time, right? So these are all necessity life skills which the children need to learn.
And when our students will visit Finland, have a field trip in Finland, yes, there are only 5.6 million people in our country. We have 200,000 lakes. It's
But
a
no
bit of a
cricket.
swim.
No cricket.
In a Finnish baseball.
So I'm teaching Shashank cricket. He's not a fan.
So till what standard you are starting this first year?
Up to grade 7.
Semester. From next year.
Of course, we will introduce, and we are, grade 11 and will be operational from
Next year.
25.
August.
August 25.
Yeah, 25. Yeah.
Every year the 7 will become 8 and 9. But we are also opening grade 11 directly in next year also.
Also because of the program, we want to make sure that children have enough opportunity to learn.
So I have two questions. One is for the Finnish board members and one for Shashank sir. So the first one is personal and heartfelt. So as representatives of the happiest country in the world for the 7th time, how do you ensure that the Indian students coming to a Finnish school are happy as per Finnish standards? Because traditionally, and speaking as a former student, we are imbued with this mindset of competitiveness that when you go to school, you don't go for individual growth, you go to win. And compare yourself. So how do you?
So I will answer that.
So I'll just finish my
Yes,
question
sorry.
quickly. So how does your curriculum and your education philosophy transcend this mindset and make sure that that there are cases where students have gone into depression for 0.1%. So how does this school will kind of elevate this culture? And secondly, how did your association with the Finnish education system begin?
So I'll start with the happiness question first.
Yeah.
Though I'm not a Finn, but still I
It's
feel
okay.
very much Finn.
You are, yes.
So the taglines for the Finland International School is very simple. It's called Happy Learners, Brighter Futures. So if the child is not happy, he will not learn, right? And then the future will not be bright, right? That's the reason we have a tagline, Happy Learners and Brighter Futures. How we ensure that is very simple. In a lot of words, everybody explains. So every child is looked upon or taken care of individually, focusing on what they are good at and what they are not good at. So we focus on what they are good at and make them happy, but at the hindsight of the child, we are also working on their weaknesses. So what the major difference between from the schools where we have come from and what we are bringing right now, we've been talking about content learning, that means memory, right? We're just talking about content. Here, why Finland is the happiest country is because from the education system itself, they are focusing on concepts, right? When you focus on concepts, you better understand.
boys don't come like that because they actually are different uniforms that I have seen before. So we have got those 2 PE uniforms and 2 school uniforms, but they are all together 4. So some more surprises for the next launch event.
I'm on the right front.
Next.